Do you ever feel like you're stuck? Like there's this invisible wall between you and your dreams? You know what you want, you can almost taste it, but every time you try to move forward, something holds you back. It might be the voice in your head saying you're not good enough, or maybe it's the comfort of your daily routine. We all have them. Excuses. They're comfortable, they're familiar, and they're the biggest dream killers out there. Think about it. I'm too tired. I don't have enough time. I'm not smart enough. I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? These are the stories we tell ourselves to justify staying right where we are. But here's the hard truth. Your excuses are just well-packaged fears. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. And every time you give in to an excuse, you're feeding that fear, making it stronger, and letting it build the walls around you even higher. But what if just for today, you decided to be stronger than your excuses? What if you chose to challenge that voice in your head? I want to tell you a story about a guy named Alex. Alex wasn't a superhero or a prodigy. He was just a regular guy with a big dream. He wanted to run a marathon. But Alex had a long list of very convincing excuses. He worked long hours. He wasn't a natural runner. His knees sometimes bothered him. And honestly, his couch was just so comfortable after a long day. For years, the marathon was just a someday dream. One evening, scrolling through his phone, he saw a picture of his friend crossing the finish line of that very same marathon. His friend wasn't a super athlete either. He was just a guy who decided to stop saying, someday. A wave of frustration washed over Alex, not at his friend, but at himself. He was tired of his own excuses. He was tired of someday. That night, he did something different. He didn't promise to run a marathon tomorrow. He just put his running shoes by the front door. That was it. No pressure, just a small, simple action. The next morning, staring at those shoes, the excuse, "I'm too tired," popped into his head. But this time, another thought followed. Just put them on. So he did. Then, just step outside. He did that too. Just walk to the end of the street. He did. Before he knew it, he had jogged for 10 minutes. It wasn't pretty. He was out of breath. But he had done it. He had defeated one excuse for one morning. This became his new strategy. He broke his massive, intimidating dream into tiny, almost laughably small steps. His goal wasn't to run 26 miles, it was to put on his shoes. His goal wasn't to get faster. It was to run 1 minute longer than last time. Every time an excuse popped up, he found a smaller, easier action to take instead. "I don't have time for a long run" became, "I have 10 minutes to jog around the block." "I'm too sore" became, "I'll just do some stretching today." Slowly, something incredible started to happen. Each small victory, each defeated excuse, built a new kind of momentum. It wasn't just about physical fitness anymore. It was about mental toughness. He was proving to himself, one step at a time, that he was in control, not his excuses. The voice of doubt in his head got quieter, and the voice of determination got louder. Of course, there were bad days. Days he didn't want to get out of bed. Days his old excuses screamed at him. But now, he had a new story to tell himself. He could look back at all the small steps he'd already taken, the chain of tiny victories he had built. He had evidence that he was capable. He had proven he was stronger than his excuses. A year later, Alex stood at the starting line of the marathon. He was nervous, but he wasn't afraid. He looked at the long road ahead, but he wasn't overwhelmed. Because he knew it wasn't about running 26.2 miles all at once. It was about taking one step, and then another, and another. It was about the thousands of times he had chosen action over excuses. When he finally crossed that finish line, tears streaming down his face, it wasn't just about the medal. It was about the person he had become in the process. He had learned the most powerful lesson of his life. Your potential is not defined by your dreams, but by your willingness to fight your excuses. Your dream isn't the problem. The marathon, the business, the book, the degree, that's the easy part. The hard part is the daily battle against I can't, the battle against later, the battle against your own comfort zone. So I ask you, what is your marathon? What is the big, beautiful dream you've been putting off? And more importantly, what is the smallest possible step you can take right now to move toward it? Don't think about the finish line. Just think about putting on your shoes. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to decide that your future is more important than your fear. You need to decide in this moment to be stronger than your excuses. Because every time you do, you're not just getting closer to your goal, you're becoming the person who can achieve it. That journey starts now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. Take that first small step. Prove to yourself that you are in charge. Be stronger than your excuses, and watch how your world begins to change. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and join our community of doers. Let's keep building each other up, one step at a time.